It has just gone 8 o'clock Central African time. Good evening and welcome to the news bulletin at 8, brought to you by Eswatini TV. My name is Adebo Ngon alongside Nomakabiso Ngambule. Thank you so much indeed for choosing to stay with us. I'm coming to you live from our Hospital Hill studios in Babane. Let's take a look at our top stories. The Deputy Prime Minister Teba Masugu says the number of beneficiaries from the OVC grant in the year 2021 increased compared to the year 2020. The Minister of Finance, Noel Rickenback, urges the Ministry's House of Assembly Portfolio Committee to approve the Ministry's allocated budget for the financial year 2022-2023. And the Minister of Commerce, Industry and Trade, Mangoma Kumalo, says it is encouraging that Eswatini Chief Executive Officers have an unanimous position on increasing spending in digital transformation. And now the news in detail. The Deputy Prime Minister Teba Masugu says the number of beneficiaries from the OVC grant in the year 2020 financial year to the House of Assembly Portfolio Committee.
The Deputy Prime Minister's office also requested the office's House of Assembly Portfolio Committee to approve the budget of the office amounting to over 762 million emalangeni. The Deputy Prime Minister Themba Masuku presents some of the work done by the office.
In addition, the office continues to support the orphaned and vulnerable children through the OVC grant, which has seen an increase from 1,499 in 2020 to 60,372 pupils in 2021. Also the increase in subject examination fees. $184 benefited from the program, made up of 130 males, 54 females. In the current financial year, 359 child-headed households are benefiting from the program, with 134 females and 224 males.
Deputy Prime Minister's office House of Assembly Portfolio Committee debated the report and further uploaded the work done by the National Disaster Management Agency.
Why don't we establish allow all these other funeral undertakers to participate? Once we tender rich, utawini funeral undertaker lela kamanzina ayikho lekithi nzinge. Siba na challenge Honorable DPM through you chair. Yakuthi lamalanga alembasha labantu labadala aziwe ngoba eciswa nga 3 months and umnyaka una 12 walenyanga.
Sagcina solo se office solo sangena saye sambele sho yinyi region ngobuka ukuthi lama social worker etifundzeni aphila iphimpilo kwendekani. Konke lokho ngicabathi litiko nje thina siyangena nje office sihlale sibone kusentshetwa ngaphandle but I portfolio kude le gcina ikuthini
ema prosthetics ngile ngathi asinako kahle kanti baningi labantu lokhanza ukuthi bayadzinga lokho lokwemilende kulokhanza ukuthi bantu bahamba ngako udulile and vele bekuyawuba kuhle uma uhulumende bekangathi anake lokho ukuthi bantu bangakhona lokuthi bafinyelele kuko babe nako.
Masuku says at the moment the total number of elderly persons receiving grants is 75,481. For Eswatini TV News, Fortune Dlangamandla with Muzi Mkonta, Parliament.
The Minister of Finance, Noel Rickenback, urges the Ministry's House of Assembly Portfolio Committee to approve the Ministry's allocated budget for the financial year 2022-2023 so it could improve its service delivery. This was when the Minister presented the Ministry's annual report of 2021-2022 financial year.
During the debate of the Ministry of Finance Annual Performance Report for 2021-2022 and the budget for 2022-2023, Ministry's House of Assembly Portfolio Committee, the Minister of Finance, Neil Rickenback, unpacked budgets that have been allocated to the ministry's departments. The ministry has been allocated over 700 million emalangeni.
The decrease is mainly attributed to realignment in personnel costs, as they have now been moved to the rightful centres and budgets will be charged in those centres. There were also cuts in other control items due to the implementation of the fiscal adjustment plan.
Some members of the ministry's portfolio committee in the House of Assembly wondered why the ministry have not scrapped off the graded tax, as it adds no value to the country's economy.
Graded tax. Then we are page 15. Revenue performance. Graded tax. Scrape off
uthi sakho uyadecline naka decline sakho uthi minister futhi uyathi utiphoqeleli wathi le loan bill lesibolekile leya le budget wathi egcina abule so ngithanda nje kubuza che uthi ngabe minister utayithathaphi le budget ngoba utayithathaphi le budget for next year uthi ngoba uthi phela yagcina boleka
indzaba ya auditor general office kuthi ngabe liba nini independent le office libanjwe yini lokuthi lingasuki lapha efinance loko akwendini ukuthi itransparency yayo ingabi ngile kahle because nasibuka la ukuthi ila under the finance ministry but siyalibona ukuthi likhona ligalelo lelikhulu lendako even sibuka ema collections lelwendako lisida assist level lapho kungahambi khona kahle lokuthi minister aqhubeka alibambele la kuye akazami yini kuzama lokuthi awu khona into lengafuni ukuthi tibonakale tendeka ababe bona la kimi.
By the time of compiling the report, members of the portfolio committee were still debating the budget. For Eswatini TV News, Fortune Dlangamandla, Parliament.
The Minister of Commerce, Industry and Trade, Manqoba Khumalo, says it is encouraging that Eswatini chief executive offices have a unanimous position in increasing spending on digital transformation over the next 3 years. Minister Khumalo said this during the launch of the Eswatini CEO Outlook 2022 launch.
Talanta Core Management Consultants Eswatini surveyed 136 chief executive officers in the country in January and February 2022. The Minister of Commerce, Industry and Trade, Manqoba Khumalo, says people have learned to live side by side. With COVID, this could be a moment of immense potential to chart the course for the next decade and beyond.
His Majesty noted that one of the significant learnings from the disruptions to our economy this past year was the critical role that ICT can play in our development. Again, it was encouraging from this report that you as leaders have a unanimous position to increase spending on digital transformation over the next 3 years. The recovery from the COVID-19 pandemic will be digitally led. You see, the rapid digitalization that was catalyzed by COVID-19 presents the opportunity to rethink how we make decisions and how we apply technology in new and meaningful ways. Yet, at the same time, we are not oblivious to the digital gap in our society, and particularly in Eswatini. Bridging that digital divide is a complex problem requiring all stakeholders to work together to make Eswatini a more resilient, capable and inclusive place.
Talanta Core Management Consultants Managing Partner Tumi Jere speaks about some of the report's key findings.
CEOs are recognizing the need to put what we call ESG, so environmental sustainability as well as governance standards in their various organizations. They're putting that at the heart of their recovery and long-term growth strategies. The unfolding climate and societal crisis have made it clear really that we need to change our ways, and we actually need to work together.
One of the other key findings is that 80% of the chief executive officers are worried about cyber threats. Furthermore, 90% of the CEOs express either concern or extreme concerns about the possibility of future pandemics and health crises. For Eswatini TV News, Fortune Dlangamandla, Mbabane.
The Ministry of Natural Resources and Energy has announced an increase in fuel prices effective Thursday midnight. In a press statement, the Principal Secretary, Dokus Lamini, says the rise in fuel prices has been influenced by a number of factors.
Motorists and people using paraffin will have to dig deeper into their pockets from Friday as the Ministry of Natural Resources and Energy has announced an increase in fuel prices effective Thursday midnight this week. The Principal Secretary says the reason for the fuel price increase is mainly the international crude oil price, which increased and reached an average of $92.20 per barrel in the month of February 2022, which is the highest level, being $100 per barrel realized in mid-February 2022 for the first time since September 2014. She continues to say the situation of increasing oil prices is exacerbated by the decline in the crude oil supply due to low crude oil production by members of OPEC and the geopolitical tensions in the Arab Gulf region and the Russian-Ukrainian war. The ministry says alongside the crude oil price increase, the Lilangeni to dollar exchange rate slightly appreciated and averaged 15 emalangeni 25 cents in the month of February this year, compared to an average 15 emalangeni 60 cents realized in the month of January. The ministry says this means that unleaded petrol price will increase from 17 emalangeni 15 cents per litre to 18 emalangeni 55 cents per litre. The price of diesel will increase from 17 emalangeni to 18 emalangeni 60 cents per litre. Paraffin price will increase from 11 emalangeni 75 cents per litre to 13 emalangeni 35 cents per litre. The ministry encourages the public to use fuel efficiently as the international oil markets and the Lilangeni to dollar exchange rate remain highly volatile. For Eswatini TV News, Nelson Dlangamandla, Mbabane.
Different organizations who are part of the workshop on gender-based violence at Spine Lodge in Matapa feel there is still a lot that needs to be done to ensure cases relating to this violence are tried in courts and finalized. Mandela Masugu, who is the Gender Monitoring and Evaluation Officer at the Deputy Prime Minister's Office, says organizations who have attended the workshop have shown commitment in ending gender-based violence.
Bendulo Masugu, the Gender Monitoring and Evaluation Officer from the Deputy Prime Minister's Office, says different organizations have been participating keenly on the workshop to find solutions to end gender-based violence.
Siyafuna lokubona lushintsho ikakhulukazi kule ndzaba lesikhuluma ngathi ukuhlukumetana kwabantu siyafuna lokuthi sibuke ngabe indlela letingcono lesingatisebenzisa ngoba sesibonile ukuthi
He says the contributions by the organizations will influence the review of the national gender policy and the national strategy to end this type of violence.
And ke futhi sesibona nesimo siyangibabucayi so ke sesizama ukuthi asesibukisane mhlambe sihleli phasi mhlambe nalabachamuka kusadakhe kusibukisa nje ku region ukuthi ngabe lesikwendako nathi ngala kukhona mhlambe la singalungisa khona kukhona mhlambe lebangazivunulisa ngiko ukuthi sokhona konta ngcono.
Gift Dlamini from Gwaka Invodza says it is important that cases relating to gender-based violence are given attention in all stages from when they are reported until they are tried, and they must be finalized.
Ngiyacingeka ukuthi silive sisebenze kakhulu tindzaba ukuthi tindzaba gender-based violence sikhona ukuthi sithi report naso sithi reportile phindze kube nalokulandzeleleka kwama cases.
Tsinile Gumbi, the national coordinator at Eswatini Action Group Against Abuse, urges victims to testify in court in such cases so that they can be finalized.
Kumcoka uthi lesikhathi vele uhlukumedekile ube naso lesibinzi sekukwati ukuthi ufike ukhone ukutimelela phambi kwenkantolo ikakhuluma sowumdzala. Sinabo baka social welfare lapho khona bakhona ukumelela umphana mangabe sekahlukumedekile.
The Deputy Prime Minister's office is having this workshop with the support of the SADC Secretariat. For Eswatini TV News, Nelson Dlangamandla with Vumi Nkosi Nzinisa, Matapa.
World Food Programme Eswatini, in collaboration with World Vision Eswatini, has donated food parcels to 10 communities under the Stobela area in Chisolin region. Now, the community councillor from Gankonjos, Fiso Mambe, says the residents under this area needed such support and appealed for more assistance.
Over 300 residents from different communities under Sitobela area have received food assistance from the World Food Programme and World Vision. The community headman Sifiso Mamba says they needed such assistance as they are facing a number of challenges.
Solomon siyaconcotha nje hlosiyente enkosi kuthawu abachubeke basifetele ngoba la sikhuluma khona nje kusesigodini sakumabhensane akusiwo umphakathi wonke lo sikhuluma nje nga200 emahlahla lasele kusesigodini cishe nje wonke lo mphakathi vele tikhona letinombolo letisele nakhona lesilibzingako lusito kuto.
Sarafina Mavimbela, who is the chairperson of the committee distributing the food, says they received mealie meal, beans and cooking oil, amongst other things.
Siphumbila namabhontshisi namafutha. Umuntu uthola i10 kg yembila. Athola i2 kg yamabhontshisi. Athola i5 mils yemafutha.
A report by the World Food Programme Eswatini released in March last year states that 180,835 people benefited from the program in food amounting to over 800,000 metric tons. The report continues to say the organization provides safety nets to 55,000 orphans and vulnerable children in 1,700 care points in Eswatini. For Eswatini TV News, Nelson Dlangamandla with Sambulo Masugu, Stobela.
Right now, let's take a quick commercial break. When we come back, the news continues. Don't go anywhere. Stay with us.
It's the OK Easter Hunt for $1 million. We're hiding $1 million in vouchers inside OK stores, and you can stand a chance to join the hunt and win your share. Simply buy any 2 participating products and swipe your count-on card, or enter by following the instructions on your till slip, and you could be selected to take part in the Easter Hunt in your local OK store. Don't miss the Easter Hunt for $1 million. Only at OK, owners you can count on.
Why should we pay our TV license?
The content on our local television is actually more up to date. The industry is enhanced.
It is a criminal offense not to pay your TV license and attracts a fine of 500 emalangeni or 6 months imprisonment.
And the industry is definitely blooming, ladies and gentlemen. So that's what we have for you. But we'll be right back just after the break, and we'll give you more of Miss V.
Pay my TV license. That's why I can enjoy the benefits of an enhanced industry and keep track with recent transformation.
Mommy, who pays for a TV license and what are they paying for?
The owners of TV set and gadget with a tuner like DVD set have to pay.
Pay your TV license at NetBank with the details provided on screen. Or use your cell phone via the mobile money pay. You could also visit your nearest post office and pay there. Pay your TV license via Eswatini Mobile Imali. Any TV device retailer can purchase a license to trade. Pay your TV license and enhance the industry.
Watch local TV on the go with the Eswatini TV app for only 20 emalangeni per month. Do the most with Eswatini TV app. Download from Google Play Store or App Store.
We're good together. Everywhere you go, MTN.
Welcome back. Now we take a look at news making headlines in the world of sports. MTN Premier League defending champions Royal Leopards are the 2021-2022 League first round champions and have won the incentive of 200,000 Malangeni. Royal Leopards is seated at the top of the log with 35 points in 15 games, while Mbabane Highlanders are second with 33 points in 15 games. Royal Leopards defeated Mbabane Highlanders 2-0 to clinch the first round carrot at the Mavuso Sports Centre.
Royal Leopard faced Mbabane Highlanders in both teams' game decider of who is to be crowned MTN Premier League first round champion. Highlanders came to the game only looking for a draw to clinch the carrot of 200,000 Emarangeni, while the defending champions Leopard on their side was a must-win in order to get the carrot. Leopard showed their signs of wanting the money when they got their goal in the first half with a beautiful finish by Stumo Dlamini as the first half ended on that note. In the second half, Highlanders kept on trying their luck to be back in the game, but failed to hit the target. Leopard had to finish the game with only 10 men after Mangoba Masego received a red card. In form, Leopard playmaker Junior Magagula doubled the lead before the end of the game to confirm their victory of winning 200,000 Emarangeni. Leopard are now 35 points in 15 games played, with the Highlanders in second position with 13 points in 15 games played. For Eswatini TV Sports, Fabrice Msunera with Linda Dlamini, Mavuso Sports Center, Manzini.
Legendary boxer Chicks Lukele says it pains him so much to see how the standard of local boxing has drastically dropped. Lukele, who is aged 71, believes the increase of local boxing clubs is one way to gain best standard of the sport. Now Lukele was speaking to Eswatini TV Sports in Mbabane.
71-year-old legendary boxer Chicks Lukele began his boxing career at Kidmamba in 1962 and went on to end his career in 1986. During his career, Lukele managed to represent the Kingdom of Eswatini at different international competitions such as Region 5, All Africa Games, Olympic Games and Commonwealth Games. As he continues his passion in coaching, at the moment, Lukele says it pains him so much to see how the sport has drastically dropped. Lukele says one of the biggest issues at hand is the need to increase number of clubs where at least each club must have minimum of 12 boxers. Secondly, those in charge of the sport must make it an obligation to visit regularly all the clubs and monitor their progress. Lukele says during their time, the biggest motivation was the love they had for the sport, where they could combine both the academic work with the sport. Lukele concluded encouraging current stars in the game, mostly Thabiso Dlamini and Swade Dlamini, to give it their best. For Eswatini TV Sports, Fabrice Msunera, Mbabane.
Beautiful Kingdom of Eswatini. That brings us to the conclusion of our news bulletin at 8 here at Eswatini TV. But before we go, here's a quick reminder of our top stories tonight. The Deputy Prime Minister Tepa Masugu says the number of beneficiaries from the OVC grant in the year 2021 increased compared to the year 2020. The Minister of Finance, Noel Rickenback, urges the Ministry's House of Assembly Portfolio Committee to approve the Ministry's allocated budget for the financial year 2022-2023. And the Minister of Commerce, Industry and Trade, Manqoma Khumalo, says it is encouraging that Eswatini Chief Executive Officers have an unanimous position on increasing spending in digital transformation. Beautiful Kingdom of Eswatini, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much indeed for choosing to stay with us. We have come to the conclusion of our news bulletin at 8 here at Eswatini TV. We shall now cross over to the Weather Center for a detailed weather report from us and the rest of the crew here at Eswatini TV. For now, it's good night and God bless.
Better health, better life. Another season with fresh discussions.
Ngetindzaba letibalulekile tetemphilo la ekhaya Eswatini lokunukelela ehlelweni nokuphila masangana.
To learn from our health professionals.
Psychosocial support group for mothers who are going through the journey of motherhood for all mothers.
Sinanzi phila ube intombi yakeni bebasifusa nje esondweni ube ijaha lakeni abujaha, and knowing that I'm a young man.
Angeke ufithe la groupini ungabhemi. So vele directly tawufuna nami ngibhemi kanti bengingakufuni lokubhema.
Coming to you every Wednesday from 6:30 p.m. here on Eswatini TV. Better health, better life. Your gateway to a healthy living.